Welcome to Permadeath Extraordinaire, where we're continuing the adventures of Dirt and Quinn. My internet decided to explode, so we had to interrupt and start a new session. Same session, new episode, I should say. Alright, and with that in mind, when we left off, you guys were under attack by crazy manta ray creatures that were casting spells at you, but those have now disappeared as the large Dinichius fish appeared and ate one of the creatures. Yeah, Dinichius, right? Dinichius? Dinichthus? Thank you. Dinichthus. I used to know that stuff. I used to be into dinosaur kind of stuff, but I fell out of it a long time ago. So, hopefully my internet is actually functioning and not taking a crap still. And I'm going to give you guys one more benefit of the doubt, because I unfortunately do have to AFK for a moment. So that benefit of the doubt being, you have just a minute more to plan what you're going to do, and then we're going to roll forward. And there I'll probably start applying the pressure to what are you going to do now? What are you going to do now? So, I'll be right back. Sorry, viewers, that we start up a brand new episode and don't really do a whole lot right off the bat, but just be patient. They've got a few things to think about. And please, if you guys feel free to discuss out loud, I won't be here, so I'll be right back.
Oh, Basco, what are we doing?
I mean, well...
Well?
My guess is that we gotta find a hatch.
And you want me to cast water breathing and then, as we're going down, use a light spell, create more light? Or hold off from the light spell till we get deeper and attempt to blind that?
Well, because I should have 15 feet of infravision.
Well, if that thing's lurking around in the dark, I'm just going to try to aim it at its fucking face to blind it.
Part of me feels like maybe... Yeah... I'm thinking about maybe one of us staying up here because of the translocate. Like one of us would have to be next to Blanny right in order to do it.
Fair.
Not that that really matters if he doesn't have underwater breathing.
Well, we can leave him the potion.
What about me?
The breath. Underwater breathing. I got one more cast up.
Oh. Well, we could do that and then leave Blanny right up here in case of emergency. He can translocate down there and help us out.
Well, here's the thing. I'm pretty sure he has an illusion spell that he can conjure up more, like multiples of him.
Oh.
Why? If he has that up still, why doesn't he cast that? We bring them down with us, and I can create a distraction using the light spell on one of them.
Could do that to keep the giant fishy
whale
busy.
Thing. Yeah, until we find the hatch.
Part of me kind of feels like it's going to be opposite this island.
Yeah.
Unless it's kind of like what you said, it's going to be in the deepest part, which would be opposite the other hatch.
Which like right here. Because it has been in every other room, right?
That's true. So it should be over here, yeah.
So yeah, it should be over here. But I mean, this one was in the middle, like kind of off-centered of the room.
This is permadeath. I'm half back. I was going to let you guys know the hatch could be just about anywhere. Okay, I'll give you that one. Because I lied to you. There's not 8 more levels. There's just 1 more after this one. That's it. The level. And it's not as big or elaborate as you may think. Very dangerous. So, alright. Like I said, I'm half back, so kind of what's your guys' idea? I'm just going to be muted for one quick... Oh, fuck, I totally forgot my drink. Damn it. Alright, I'm totally gone for just 2 more seconds.
And yet, we are still so quiet. I think. Do you think we should leave Blanny right up here in case he needs to cast a spell because no one can cast a spell underwater?
Mm-hmm. Oh shit, yeah. So what I suggest, see if Lenny Ray can summon his little army of gnomes, of illusionists. See if they can actually go in the water.
They can. They can accompany me. Indeed, he says.
Well, what if you stay up here and they follow us? Can they do that?
No. They must stay around me. About a 20-foot area.
Okay.
But yes, they will appear in virtually any environment, yes.
So any contact with them would make them explode, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. There goes my plan. They can't hold anything, can you? Can they?
Nope. They're merely phantoms, my friend. Merely phantoms.
Okay.
Whoa, it looks like we picked up an extra viewer. Welcome to the show, viewer. Be sure and say hello in the chat if you so desire. And welcome to the adventure. Our heroes are making their way presently through a large indoor ocean inside of a great tower belonging to an old and dead evil king. More of that will come to follow. So, what are you guys going to do at this moment?
I'm going to step into the water.
Alright.
And gonna start casting water breathing.
Alright. I don't think anything's going to interfere with you at this present point.
He's
because
also
the
getting it over me too.
rays were chased off by the large fish. The Dionysius. Dinichius? Dirt, you say it so well. Dinichthus? Thank you.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's a large prehistoric fish that's going to eat these guys alive and seems to be in the deeper of the waters. Over here in the shallows, where the reef is, they have intelligent manta rays that could spring out at any moment. So, moving right along, what are you guys going to do? Step towards the water, drink half the potion,
No.
or cast a spell?
Cast a spell.
Alright.
I'm gonna save that potion for another time in case we need it.
And dividing it up evenly between the 3 of you, is that what you're going to do?
Does Twiddle breathe underwater, or
No. He would need it.
He would? Alright.
Uh-huh.
Can he even swim?
Yeah.
Alright.
That he can do. The breathing part, no, not so much.
Well, since
Okay.
Twiddle doesn't really speak anyway to cast his spells, would he be able to cast spells underwater?
Negative.
Chirps.
Yeah, he still does his little chirping and bird calls. He's very chirpy. Everybody likes Twiddle. Alright. Twiddle's cool. Alright, so moving right along, and let's see, Blaney Ride. Can I even make my little illusions right now? I don't think I can. I think I'm empty of all that.
Alright.
That's Twiddle. Blaney Ride. Can I do the mirror images? Yee.
No.
One more time.
Well, we're thinking if we make the mirror images, and we could possibly create a distraction for that whale thing to get away, if
Ah,
need be.
wait a minute. Blaney Ride says I am a master of distraction. Let us say that I could buy you enough time to get across half of this room. Where would you go?
Down. See where that next hatch is.
Where do you think it is?
Probably at the the deepest
Here.
part of the.
Put a manta ray on where you think it is, and where you guys would be headed. Because what I'm going to do, he says, is I will create some prey for the big fish to go after. But I can't guarantee how long it will last. As soon as he bites it, he'll know. No matter how dim the creature is, he'll know.
Yeah, it's either going to be here or here. So,
I'm thinking it's going to be in the deepest part, which I might.
but if he can get us halfway, he could get us all the way here. See what I'm saying? I don't think he could get us all the way over here.
Well, I guess discussing that, I'm going to throw together my spell, because it's going to take a couple of layers. I'm going to make sure I got what I need. Fish is dumb. This should work just fine. Alright. He's ready.
Let's go with right.
Because
right
you
there.
could get us all the way here, right? But you wouldn't be able to get us all the way over here.
I can't guarantee how long it'll last. All I know is that half the room is about how far you guys can swim as soon as you jump in the water and start swimming like madmen. And if you make your checks, and that's how it's going to have to work out. I'm going to try and distract the creature in the other direction. You might get more time. That's the least. No, that's the least time you'll get, because it'll for sure go after this illusion for at least one round. And with that, he's going to begin weaving it together. He's just going to make a big tuna.
Nice.
Which, by the way, was the name of a character that my friend Ben created for another gaming system. That Rifts game that I told you about, Basco. And
Yeah.
I borrowed for my Fallout character. I made a Sheriff Big Tuna. Never did drugs. Never ate any irradiated foods. Only ate like fresh herbs, spices, and other plants that he could pick himself out in the woods. Pure water. Pain in the ass to play that character. I should do that as a stream. Anyway, so Big Tuna. That's what I'm going to create. And I'm going to create it right over here. Now, I'm going to basically throw that Blandy Ride's going to have to make a perception check. Because seeing through the, very dimly illuminated area is hard. He's looking for a shadow to see when it's going after his fish. He makes it. And when the time is right, he tells you guys, go now, go now!
Well,
and he has to stay here and maintain his spell. So it's going to be you, Quinn,
and Twiddle.
And Twiddle. And that is 1 hour per level. You're 6th level?
8.
8th level. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. 8th level. So 8 divided by 3.
Decimal.
Put the extra time where you want it. On either Quinn, yourself, or Twiddle. And keep in mind, you can end it with a word on any recipient or all at one time.
Not really when I'm underwater.
It's thought.
Okay.
Yeah, to cancel it, it's more thought than it is actually invoking something.
Alright, so 2 hours on each of us. And
Plenty of time. Should be.
the rest on Quinn because he can't really swim.
Okay, so you guys dive into the water. Quinn, what kind of armor do you wear?
Scale armor.
Scale, you're down to the bottom. Bloop, immediately. Even if you
Well,
can swim,
that's
it's
just my
hard.
skin.
Oh, that's natural. Okay, so you don't bloop right down to the bottom, but you can't swim really very well, so best you can accomplish is a bit of a dog paddle for a number of rounds, depending on your strength. We'll get to that when it's relevant. Dargoth, you can swim.
Yep.
You're at full strength right now.
And I'm just wearing robes.
Well, there you go. Now, your hammer is a little heavy. Your
What
robes are a
hammer?
little ponderous. Oh, that's right. Your hammer's totally gone. Just so you guys know, half of their possessions are hidden in a chest, which Blanny Ride was able to put away to another place, if you will, a kind of semi-dimension. And unfortunately, they're in a different time, it seems, and cannot access any of that. The robes don't give a penalty, so just make a basic strength check as you step into the water if you wish to stay on the surface.
I made it.
Oh yeah, easy. Alright, so no problem for you. You dive in, and best Quinn can do is kind of dog paddle. And he won't be able to move that far. So you can move up to 60 feet, Dargoth. And then if you're going to dive down, you can go 10 feet under with your remaining, because that was only 5 squares. So yeah.
Alright, yeah, I'll go down 10 feet.
Alright. As predicted, what do we have here? Do we have anything even vaguely fish-like? Nope. We'll use the it's a frog. It's fish. And about 20 feet long. That's about right. And there he is. It's a fish. And no, he's not coming for you. Ha ha ha. He's over here, chasing after the illusion. For the moment. This full round, you swim over, fast as you can, on the surface, and then dive down about 10 feet. Let's use something else to denote where you guys are diving. Let's use this old dice here. And we'll take it down in scale. And use that as your marker. Okay, so.
Oh my god.
You're diving down, you don't have any kind of like enhanced vision or anything. You can only see about 20 feet, 30 feet for the 10-foot of distance. You cannot see the bottom. You're going to have to wait till next round.
What about him? What about Quinn?
Yeah, Quinn, you managed doggy paddle 10 feet. Where do you want to go?
Oh man.
Did my water breathing go off flash?
If you can make strength check -10, you can duplicate acting like swimming. And I'd give you 30 feet of distance.
Oh my gosh, I'm totes doing it. Strength check -10, 5 or better.
No, 5 or lower.
Roll a 1. Ah, 10. Never mind.
Okay, so you go 10 feet, I assume, this way.
Sure.
All right, dog paddling the whole time. All's well. Hey, at least it's not flaming liquid stuff. Oh, which reminds me, when I first came back, I was meaning for Dargoth to make a quick religion check. This is just something on the side. It's not relevant to the immediate combat. While you're figuring all that out.
Is that blessed thing still active?
That is still active. Not too much longer. Didn't get it. Okay, fair enough. This is more of a long-term thing than an immediate thing, so we'll, after this combat, ask me again. It's something you may already know, but I was going to remind you. So, the It's a Fish goes after the illusion. It basically needs a 6 or better to hit said illusion. Hits with a 7 and is immediately tipped off as the illusion pops and disappears. And I'm going to put it that Blaney Ride took it as far as it could, so right there. It'll be relevant for its movement rate next round, if it gets an attack or not. Alright, so we know where Dargoth ended, we know where Quinn ended. Blaney Ride lets you guys know that the illusion's been dispelled. Fish is going to probably be coming back at you. I'm going to try and cast... I can't. Actually, I'll call it that if Blaney Ride can make a perception check at a substantial minus, he can maybe get a spell targeted at the creature as it passes by, because it is going to be swimming by the island. Basically, they'll have to squint real hard into the darkness, see if he sees the shadow passing, and hope for the best. Meanwhile, what are you guys going to do this round? The fish is going to turn immediately around and start going towards Quinn.
Dive.
Dive! Dive! Alright. So, that's what you're going to be doing, and we'll put you out here. That's where you guys wanted to be. Your visibility under the water is about 20 foot.
Okay.
Yeah? Okay. Quinn. You don't see the creature so much as you see like the wake, a little bit of moments of action and tumultuous water on this end, and then a quick wake coming right towards you. Even the wake itself disappears as the creature appears to favor coming from underneath. And getting you... Yeah. Getting you from underneath as it comes up out of the water. It jumps up and out, eating you in the process. It's a new round. Declaration. Stargoth is diving. Quinn, what are you doing? Gonna paddle it away? Remember, you get a chance at making a strength check this round. And if you make it, you might actually be able to swim a little bit.
Well, I'll just keep on going. Worst case scenario, I'm inside the beast, and maybe my my bastard sword will do some damage on the inside of a beast.
You're going to have a hard time swinging a bastard sword in the stomach of a fish. If you had some daggers, maybe.
Well, I mean, that bastard sword is the only thing he's allowed using.
Oh, I know. Alright. Blandy Ride's going to try and cast that spell. So here it is. Roll initiative. The creature is much larger than man size, so it adds 8 to its roll. You're diving, so you add 2. Yes, he did. You know, I need to quit forgetting about Twiddle. Where is he? Twiddle.
Right here.
There he is. He's with you.
Dive, dive, dive.
That'll help you search the area. That'll help you search the area better.
Alright.
Okay, so Twiddle will help you search. You're going to dive and search. And Quinn's going to hope. And the fish is going for Quinn. I add 8 to my initiative. The rest of you guys add 2, basically. 3. We'll make it 3. Quinn's out of his element. And you guys, it doesn't really even matter. You don't even need to roll. It's basically between Quinn. Just to see if maybe he gets a burst of speed. Which, I got a 10. You got a 10. It's a tie. It's a definite Jaws moment as you and the creature are moving basically simultaneous. Go ahead and roll your strength minus 10. That's really going to determine how this all comes out. If you make it, I think you'll be beyond the creature's movement range for this round. If you fail it, it's going to get an attack against you. Okay, so you're doggy paddling, and you make it your 10 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. At the beginning of next round, it's coming up underneath you. it used enough movement that it doesn't get an attack this round. It's a true Jaws moment. Meanwhile, in the placid part of the pool, you swim down, figuring that you can see a 20-foot radius around you. Twiddle will swim down.
Doesn't Twiddle have infrared vision though?
Well, he does, but it's only about half range underwater.
Okay.
And if the door is the same temperature as the ground, it'll be hard to differentiate.
Okay.
Okay, so with that in mind, you don't see no hatch, he don't see no hatch, and you guys have checked pretty much, a 20-foot area around you.
All right. Have I?
Are these locked? They are good, so we could draw on them actually, I think.
How deep is it? And how deep am I allowed to go?
You can see 20 feet, I said, right?
Yeah.
So that's about how much you can see.
Okay.
Twiddle unfortunately positioned himself badly. Oops, bad circle. So he can only see about that.
Well, at least.
The ground down here is more or less just silt and sand. As you brush a little bit away and you see that it wouldn't be deep enough to conceal any kind of one of those hatches. And the hatches, one thing that you guys have noticed is that they're pretty much consistent from level to level.
Yeah.
It's raised, it's domed, it has a wheel, it's an actual interlocking, airtight kind of thing.
How far down? How far deep are we right now?
You are about 50 feet down.
Okay.
Looks like this is about as deep as the pool gets. As far as you can see around you, it's consistent, as in it's not looking like it's deeper in any particular section. Meanwhile, Blanny Ride was going to try and get that spell off on the fish as it passes by. I'm going to put a darkness on the fish. It'll make it -4 to hit, and believe me, we want as many minuses stacked on this thing as we can get, because it's pretty tough. So first was a perception check at -4, so that'd be a 14 or less. That's my dice. 10, you got it. As the fish passes by, the fish needs to make a save. Let me check for the save number. $11 or better. There's dice for that too. Creature definitely makes it safe. A patch of inky black darkness appears in the water, uselessly.
Can I swim into the inky?
Okay. How about we do this? Roll your own fate, since that's a pretty decent idea. Roll a d6. Tell me what you get. 1 to 2, 3 to 4, 5 to 6. Roll high.
3.
Okay. It's not. I guess that's not as bad as it could be, but yeah. Let me grab this, and we should be able to do the circle thingy. And it's 15 foot, so right about here. And if it matters, and when it comes up, it's 20 feet underwater. So it's just under the surface. You don't actually see the globe of darkness hanging above the waters. Meanwhile, the big fish is underneath you. You did your searching. He did his searching because it took us this round to get here. It's a new round. So, declaration. Stergoth, I assume you're going to search. What direction would you like to go? Just draw with an arrow what direction you're going to swim. Remember, you can go 60 feet.
Well, am I able to search it as I'm moving?
Because, as I said, the silt and stuff isn't really deep enough to conceal anything, and if it got deeper, you'd know it. Earth priest kind of guy, you know dirt. It all looks pretty shallow, so I would say you could go your full distance and still be able to search it. Because the lighting is uniform, no matter how deep underwater you are. The light seems to be coming from the water itself.
Okay. And what about that intelligence check?
What do you mean?
The
Talking about the religion check?
yeah.
I was going to discuss that with you here a little bit in a minute.
Alright.
Because actually I forgot I'm supposed to give you a bonus on that check. Something I thought about during the last break. And as I said, it may be something you already know, but I was going to remind you. And if nothing else, the viewers may be interested to know. So you can go about 6 squares. Quinn, what are you going to do this round? You know for sure the creature's going to be attacking you this round. There's not really a lot you can do about it.
I rolled that 3. What did that? Do I know what that means?
What do you mean?
When you said roll a d6.
What did I have you roll d6 for? Oh, no. That was where the darkness appeared.
Oh, okay.
Had you rolled a 6, it would have been almost right behind the fish. It would have been over here, where my hand is.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So it was 1 to 3, or 1 to 2, 3 to 4, 5 to 6. Just to see if it was close enough to you.
My only thought is, since this fish is like trying to get underneath me, if I swim back towards him, it'll throw him, like maybe throw him off.
The best you could hope for is if you can make that strength -10, fake swimming for this round, win the initiative over the fish. Remember, he doesn't have the best of initiatives, so the odds of that are actually pretty good. You could maybe get back to shore before he has a chance to snap at you. And literally come climbing up and out of the water as the thing dramatically jumps out of the water after you as you roll away along the beach. Jurassic Park, motherfucker. Okay, while you think that over, Twiddle is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because I'm going to start trying to make my way along this wall. Yeah?
Okay.
Because he gets what you're going to do. You can hear his chirps underwater pretty well. Too bad you don't speak his language.
He speaks a normal tongue. He did it to me.
Not underwater, he's not going to be able to. Because you have to vocalize to speak the human tongue. But he can still chirp. Sounds dolphin-like as he's underwater. And yes, you'll see that as you're pulling away, you see that he's apparently heading along the wall. Meanwhile, Quinn, you're the one who's kind of in jeopardy this round. So
I guess I can try to cast adrenaline control to give me better ability to roll the rolls I need. It won't give me that much better, but it'll give me something.
That's true. You can try and boost your strength if you wish.
Besides, I'm going to be dead. It doesn't really matter.
It's strength -10. What's your strength currently?
15.
So it'd be 5 or less on a d20. Adrenaline control, probably at best, is going to raise that by what, like 3?
Yeah.
And that's if you do well on the power check. So
unless I can just cast on my, like,
it's not looking so good for you.
Unless
Blandy, right, by the way, free movement. Anyway.
Unless I can hit him with a false sensory input.
You could try to hit him with a false sensory input. Why don't you poke into your book and have a look at that real fast? And Blandy Ride's going to figure out what the hell he's going to do. Where's the fish? You're on the surface, right, Quinn? You haven't dove.
That's
right.
Yeah, so I'm going to pull a weight, and
Although
when the
I think
creature
you told
shows
me that
itself,
I
I'm going to
would
try and throw the darkness at it. You've been dog paddling to stay on the surface, otherwise you'd be making con checks to not drown. So he's going to wait. I'm going to try and put a darkness.
I thought he cast the water breathing on me.
Oh, we did. You could sink if you so desire. So far, you've been dog paddling. Walking along the bottom, you won't make any better time.
Well, would it help me sink like a stone and keep the fish from getting under me?
No, you don't want to do that right now because he's already under you.
Too late. Okay.
Did you look up the false sensory input?
Yeah, it's pretty good, except that I need to establish contact first.
Oh, that'll hold you. Yeah, that's that psionic lag that we talk about every once in a while. You've heard the term. Yeah, there it is, right there.
So the best I can hope for is just to make the magic roll, which would honestly
5 or
be
less.
magical.
All right. Well, let's even see if you win initiative. Remember, he's got a +8. You have a +3. I got 10. About the lowest he can get. Okay, it doesn't matter if you can swim or not. Which armor class? In the water. So it would be armor class 6. 4 steps worse. So armor class 10. Wonder better if he rolls a 18, 19, or 20, he swallows you whole. He didn't swallow you whole, but the thing bites the hell out of you.
I only have 16 health.
Ooh, could be bad. Could be bad.
Oh,
6 points. Could have been so much worse, man. So lucky on that. All right, 6 points.
Get the shore. Get the fuck to shore.
Why did I get in here anyway?
All right. Make that strength check at -10 for lack of swimming proficiency. If you make it, you're back to shore. If you don't, it's going to be a long haul. Oh no! As you sink under the water.
Well, at least I'm not drowning, because, good stuff.
Right. Roll a 1d4. That'll be 1d4 times 10 feet that you sink before you'll get a chance to counteract it at the beginning of next round.
40.
You went down like a stone. So you're 40 feet underwater by the beginning of next round. Fish is on you.
It's only 50 feet deep, right?
Yeah, so
The deepest.
you're there. Hey,
Yeah.
Congratulations! There's no door in your sight radius either.
Oh.
Is or isn't? I heard
Isn't.
Oh.
No.
Frick.
I'd say it would be right about like that. Okay. So, new round. After Dargoth, you walk. Nothing.
Quick question. So, Basco has infrared vision and can see.
15 feet underwater.
Yeah, no, nothing. And Twiddle made his way around to here. Oh, that was strange. Twiddle just said, oh, okay. Anyway, Twiddle, we're just going to put him out here for the moment. He's being really weird today. Twiddle does not get along with these tiles. Alright, you guys get the point. Good enough. Here, you know what? We'll just use this. There. That's Twiddle for now. Alright, moving right along. It's a new round. Quinn, you've got the fish. It's in your face.
Well, I can't use my sword, right?
No.
No. Not gonna lie, I kind of wanna see what happens here. I kind of want to pull out the what is it? Where is it? I want to pull out the orb from the creature room and say the frog word.
You're underwater, you can't say no words.
Dagnabbit, I can't say no words.
Give you a moment to think. Let's see. Let's go over to Blanny Ride. Because you're underwater, can't help you. He needs to be able to see the fish. He was originally going to put darkness on it when it popped up out of the water, but you ended up sinking this round.
I'm gonna get eaten by a fish.
You're going to get eaten by a fish.
Because the most I could do is move 30 feet. Unless I get like a ridiculous good roll, I could roll 60, which would like basically get me what, underwater. But I guess it would bring me back, honestly, because then it would be kind of in an angle up.
One.
So that roll is what I gotta get, or he's gonna bite me again and I'm gonna die.
It's pretty hardcore.
I don't suppose you could translocate me out of here.
No, Blandy Ride's on the shore. This is not good for Quinn. Quinn's in dire straits.
I'm tempted to see if I can maybe dodge the fish and use my grappling hook to ride it.
I don't know if the fish is going to miss hitting you when it needs a 5 or better.
It could critically fail.
The odds not in your favor on that one. Getting hit is almost assured.
Is it possible to just straight up point my sword in the direction of the fish and he swims into it?
That would kind of count as an attack, and it wouldn't do a whole lot of damage.
But maybe he wouldn't be able to hit me if he's got a sword in his face. There's just not a whole lot I can do besides roll. And just hope
this is
that
true.
I finally get a 5. But I also have to get initiative and everything else. Does adrenaline control help me with initiative, or I have to get initiative before adrenaline control even matters?
Yeah, you gotta have the initiative to bring that up.
Okay, well, I guess I just better roll initiative because nothing else matters right now. Or do I have to declare first?
Well, you have to kind of declare what your actions are. That affects your initiative.
I'm gonna swim for it. I'm tempted to drop the sword and see if like the shininess of it attracts his attention and he eats it.
Blandy Ride's scraping for a spell here. Let's see if I can. What do I got here? It all depends on its range.
Do you think he'd be interested in eating a pterodon head?
You're not to give away my pterodon head.
You guys can't be chatting at each other underwater.
I know.
Blah, 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 blah.
He doesn't know what I'm doing. I mean, it's probably still a little fleshy. I could probably bait him into eating this pterodon head.
Takes a full round to cast this here spell, so that's not going to work. Too long. Takes too long.
Or I could just drop the last 10 feet to the ground so that he can't get under me. He can still just bite the living daylights out of me. I'll just roll to swim. That's basically all I can do. Let's do that.
Alright. And Blandy Ride's still hold on here. Let's see. I'm going to maybe try a visual illusion. It might not take as long. Casting time 1. Yes, alright. I'm going to try that. Okay. Daroth, I see you've marked your path. Twiddle's going to go along here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 basically to get about here. And actually, he's going to go half distance. No, I actually will go the full distance. I had something in mind, but can't do it, so I'm going to cancel that. Moving right along. Daroth, you find no doors along the base of the coral reef. You can see here underneath the water that it's very thick coral.
But isn't the coral reef a lot, isn't it shallower?
Mm-hmm. So you're walking along a shelf, basically. And I'm just going to simulate. There it is. Close enough. From the side, it would look like that.
Okay.
With you down in the deep part. Okay, so moving right along. Quinn. The moment of truth. Blandy Ride's going to try and cast a spell. Speed factor of 1. Creature has speed factor of 8. You have to roll with a speed factor of 3, so you add 3 to your roll. Low roll wins. Fish. That's done on D10. Has a 7 plus 8, 15. We really can't lose it. You can't lose it, even if you roll a 10. Neither of us can. So we have the initiative. You're going to try and swim, so do that. Strength minus 10. 5 or less on a D20. Oh! And you are out of the water.
Bam!
Come scrambling up next to Blandy Ride. The both of you back off a little bit from the shore.
Suck it, big tuna. I'm gonna get up on the shore and I start kissing the coconut tree.
All right, so Quinn. Oh, that it's too close. Too close. That one was almost the end of your career.
I hate swimming.
At least without some kind of
By the way,
priestly intervention.
I'm probably gasping for air, so you can turn that that breathing spell off of me.
Taken off, Quinn.
All right. Hey, looky, the fish says. That's what's going to happen next round. That's the fish's declaration. Yep, it's a new round. So, fish is going to start going for Dagoth.
Right.
Blandy Ride is going to continue to try and cast a spell that he was going to cast last round, and see if that will distract the fish. He's going to create a softly glowing tuna. That's the illusion. Like an upgraded version of Big Tuna. This time glowing to try and draw its attention more.
Alright.
I'm going to...
Did Twiddle find anything?
Along his walk? No, he didn't. It's a new round. Fish is going to go for you, Dargoth. Unless Blinding Ride gets its illusion off in time and the creature's distracted enough by it. Because I'm going to try and create a grand glowing tuna fish right around here. Big one.
I think I'm going to look up, down, and all around to see if there is
Yeah, it's
a
going to be
door.
close there.
I think I'll look up to see if there's a hatch above us.
There you go. And not that you can see. You can see the ceiling above, despite the dim lighting. Just enough to where you can see above. Doesn't look like there's anything up there. And I'm going to assume that you kick around in the sand a little bit. And nothing.
Tempted to look in the water behind the island.
So that's what you're doing this round. Blandy Ride's casting his spell. Dargoth, what are you doing? You gonna walk that path? The fish is coming for you, you know.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll just swim.
Alright. It would be initiative. Fish has an 8. 9, 10, 11. Blandy Ride has an 8. Dargoth, you're just kind of taking defensive and hoping for the best. Alright. Sounds good. Blandy Ride gets a spell off first, creating a large glowing tuna. Blandy Ride's spellcraft check. Ooh, close, but successful. And the creature's safe. Gets a minus because it's not so brainy. It needs an 11, 12, 13 or better. What did I roll? 8. Alright, creature fails its save and does not appear to be coming after you anymore, Dargoth. It's going to go after that tuna, but it can attack it this round at a 5 or better. Tunas don't have great armor class, by the way. Hits with a 9, so next round he's he's been tricked again. Tricked again! You find nothing along your walk there.
Twiddle didn't really do anything.
I know.
Okay.
I'm going to cheat you a little bit. Because I drew bad circles. Okay, Twiddle isn't really wanting to go up onto the coral alone. So he's going to swim up, hold his breath, and get above the surface. Next round he's going to do some flying. Let's see now. 50, so I can get about 10 feet above the surface this round. Back to you guys. Nothing there. It's a whole new round.
So this is where I am, Black?
Hold on a second. That's where you are. Yeah, I cheated you forward a little bit because I drew the bad circles. So you got an extra like 20 feet of movement out of it.
Cool.
Wait, what? Oh, yeah.
Okay. Let's get us back up to a slightly more accurate time count there. Alright, so moving right along. Twiddle went up and he's going to fly. This round he's planning on doing full flight rate. Should get him somewhere around here this round. The fish. It's going to be going for Dargoth. He's going to be trying to swim around the island. If you can actually swim around the island and win initiative, the creature won't have enough movement to attack you this round.
Okay.
Quinn, what are you doing? Last round, you kind of searched around the island, kicked around the sand a little bit just to make sure that it wasn't,
I kind of want to look. I mean, Dargoth's trying to swim over here. I'm kind of thinking that maybe the hatch is also over here. So I'm wanting to, like, maybe look down in the water a little bit.
Can't really see the bottom from the surface. You got to be down a little ways. Remember, visibility is only about 20 feet. Water's 50 feet deep. Dargoth, let's go ahead and get your initiative out of the way. Remember, the creature adds an 8. 12. You add 3. You got it. Okay, so with that, you can actually get around the island, have a look, without worrying about the creature attacking you, because it goes straight for you. Bad tile.
Well, they're placed on top of each other. That's
Yeah, it happens. Alright, so you do not find anything. Just more of the uniform sand and silt that you've kind of gotten used to seeing. I see what you're doing. Nothing there.
Yeah, that's why I put him outside of it. He's swimming. He's swimming. He's leaving. He's
Curses.
swimming.
Alright, there it is. There.
Is this fish too big to go in the shallow end?
Apparently so. Definitely so. It does not look like it could swim comfortably across the coral without sustaining injury. And you're guessing, since the creature didn't get here yesterday, it's probably learned that the coral probably doesn't belong to it. Coral's controlled by the other things.
So we covered almost the whole thing.
The only part you haven't looked in is the shallow parts.
Well, once I finish my route, a roundabout.
Could Twiddle maybe search some of the shallow end that's close to him? Since he's not in immediate danger?
He could try that. Due to the shallows of the water, he may fall under observation of those manta beasts if he does such a thing. Either case, I assume you're not shouting instructions at him. This last round, he did a full flight, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. I have time to kind of do a couple of circles and chirp that I'm here. Even as Dargoth's able to come up quickly and spout out, I haven't found it yet, and it goes back in. So that's your route this round, is to kind of finish out searching down there.
Yeah.
Quinn, what do you want to do? The fish will be going after Dargoth. I don't know if Blainer had anything that's going to really help us there.
If it's going to swing back behind the island right here... Oh, so tempted to throw my sword at it.
Wouldn't do you any good anyway.
Wow,
it's 50 feet underwater.
Oh,
It'll be back.
I'm kind of... I mean... I can't swim otherwise, so I'm...
Yeah, Blanny Ride looks at you and he's like, don't even think about getting back in that water.
I'm gonna go for the coconut again.
All right, fair enough. You're gonna spend this round going for the coconut. All right.
I still think there might be a key in one of these coconuts.
You just have nothing else to do, and you want to roll a dice. Admit it.
I want to roll something.
I want to roll something. Fair enough.
I wanna roll a dice.
I can't say I saw that one coming. All right,
Maybe
so
from the top of the tree I can see things. You know, maybe I can see a hatch in the roof or something.
Dargoth, if you can win the initiative by more than 4, as in if you're more than 4 better than the fish, you'll be able to ring around the rosy with it and not get attacked this round. Because its movement rate is substantially faster than yours, and it would normally intercept you right as you're hooking around the island. Right as you're doing your back zag right over here, it's your little zigzag. He would be eating your face, like intercepting you as you turn around. It'd be definitely another Jaws moment as you get eaten. So, let's see if you can pull it off. So, he adds 8 to his initiative. You add 3. Oh, I think you've got it. 8 plus 6.
7, 10.
You got it. Yeah, with a margin of 5. Okay, so you managed to pull off a ring around the rosy there. I locked your character cleverly to make him stand up. So let's see.
I did.
2,
I did
3,
that.
4. And I'll give you 5 and 6. By my reckoning, half-ass reckoning, that swung you out a little bit further to see like this area. Assume that this area is covered. And guess what you didn't find?
The hatch.
Exactly. Meanwhile, the fish, because you won the initiative, even though he's right on top of you, is not going to attack this round.
Okay.
Next round, if you so chose, you could, by winning initiative, could probably get up and out of the water and back on the island if you so wanted.
That's the plan.
Speaking of next round, let's get
But
Quinn
then you
as
have
he
to cancel your
climbs.
spell.
Yeah, this round, well, he'd have to hold his breath, and that's Constitution divided by 3 is how long you can hold your breath. So take your con, divide it by 3, round up. If there's a fraction, round it up to the nearest number. That's
Why
how
would
many.
I have to hold my breath?
Because with your water breathing, you can't breathe above water.
I can cancel the spell, though.
Well, but then you can't have it come back.
That's fine. I don't need it back because there's nothing in the water.
Not in the deep parts of the water.
The other
Well,
part,
in the shallow,
is-
theoretically, you wouldn't have to breathe water because you can. It's not that deep.
Yeah.
6 to 12 feet, I think I said, depending on where you are. But who knows? Let's find out this next round. I got to do a couple of housekeepers here real quick. It hasn't been a turn yet. It's been 2 rounds. All right. And
Just so you
actually,
know,
third
we're at
round as we
the
go.
hour mark.
All right. So, time for a little 5-minute pause. But before we do that, let's find out what happens on this next round, because why not? Now, this round, while you were playing Ring Around the Rosie with a fish, Quinn, what did we say it was last time? Strength -2 to climb?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Strength -2 to climb up that there palm tree. Depending on how well you make it, if you make it, I won't make a dex check to grab the coconut. I'll give it to you. So roll very low. Strength -2. So take 2 off of your strength. Roll that number or less on a d20. Oh, he's going to try and rely on the power of the metal. I see how it is. Quinn is invoking the metal. It's pretty loud on my side. You actually got it.
Yeah.
All right, so the metal worked. Well, you got to call on it when it counts. All right, so with that done, you climb up. He did, so you managed to get yourself. Well, let's find out how many are up there, shall we? Let me here. I'll just roll that over here with. Let's say there's 1d6 plus 1 coconuts. There's 7 coconuts, of which on this climb you managed to grab 4. This next round, if you make a strength check, you can grab the remainder.
Awesome.
Or you can climb down without risk.
Maybe we can gain some health off of these.
Hey, just so you remember, we do have the jar of quantum's ointment.
Keotom's ointment. But yes, that's pretty nice healing stuff. I can't remember exactly what it is. Isn't it like 1d6 plus 4 or something?
1d4 plus 8.
Yeah, that's it. There it is.
Yeah, I wrote them down.
Yeah,
that.
And it cures any disease, removes any infection. Yeah, the only thing it won't cure.
Curses.
Are these coconuts sentient at all?
I don't know. They haven't talked to you, if that's what you mean.
Oh, I just want to know, if I,
Crazy.
Well, you never can tell. As it is now, you climbed up and were able to gather up 4 of them while you're hanging there. So this next round, with a strength check, you can hold on and grab the remainder.
Sweet.
Because there was 8 of them up there.
I can't believe the power of metal worked.
Turn it down.
Okay, moving right along. Dagoth, you got to win the initiative if you wish to come up and out of the water. Otherwise, you're going to have to take an attack from the fish.
Yeah, I understand.
But we'll take her. No, let's get that out of the way because we can't end on a cliffhanger at every break. So, let's see what you got.
Okay.
No, let's see what you got. Show us what you've got. I had 8. You had 3. Low roll wins. 18.
Yes.
All right, so you come splashing up out of the water, roll away from the shore. The fish does another dramatic splash out, snaps at you, but no good. Meanwhile, Quinn's like, I've got coconuts from one of the trees.
Hey, Dorga. Nice to have you back.
All right, and at this moment, since it is an hour, we're going to go ahead and take probably about a little, I'm going to say maybe 5-minute break. As I said, Dirt and Basco, if you guys wish to discuss, please feel free. There may be some viewers here. I haven't actually had a chance to check the channel because I've been being laxatical, which is good because if people were chatting at me, they'd be angry.
No, they weren't chatting at you.
Okay. So
good.
there it is. All right, now do keep in mind, Blanny Ride does let you guys know that he's been keeping a couple of spells, as in I've got a few castings of each of my spells left, but I was saving them in case we come up against opposition at the top of the tower. Just so you know.
Okay.
But not enough to really carry us through that well.
I wish we could just camp out on this island. We got coconuts.
If we had time.
You know what I'm happy about? The Legionnaires haven't come up yet.
Now, in all honesty, it's going to take them a little while to get this little problem solved. So you guys do have a little bit of time here. And all said and done, you've really only been up here about a turn, and we're going into a new round right now. So if you guys use a round to gather your wits and communicate with each other, it would bring us nicely to 2 turns, and we'll just do that. Two turns.
Okay.
8 hours into the day. It's been 8 hours since you last camped out. When did you guys last camp out? Right before you went into the vault. You guys have been running 8 hours straight. Constitution checks. I'm gonna have to call for it.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, you're gonna start facing some fatiguery. Con or less, no minuses. You guys should have this pretty not so bad.
Got it.
And if you do get fatiguery, it's just light fatiguery. So.
Got it.
Oh
Same
yeah.
number.
And let's go for Blaney ride. Twiddle's a bit not really measured in that way, but we'll just say he got it. Yeah. He does have some ability scores, but Con's not really one of them.
All right, your break time.
Yes, indeed. So, this is Permadeath. We're going to take a little 5-minute here, and then we shall be right back.
So, what do you think?
You're not believe this. The phone just rang. Just say. Okay.
So, as I was saying,
Yeah, what do you think we should do? Yeah.
ooh,
Obviously, it's nowhere near us. Or it's not in the deep part at all, period. I kind of I kind of got what you were saying, like look up, because maybe if the other hatch was in the ceiling, this hatch would be in the ceiling.
no, it wouldn't be in the ceiling because there's no way up to it. I thought about it that way. My guess is it might be over here.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, yeah. I wonder if Blanny could translocate us all over there.
Only one person he can translocate. Fiddle can fly. I would have to walk.
You're having a way better time of it than me. Ooh, here's what sucks. If he translocated you over there, I would have like no way of getting over there, period. And I can't swim for crap, so.
I know, that's why I said you, not me.
So if you swam and like skirted the tips of this, like the tips of the shallow end, you basically have a safe spot from the big fish, then a safe spot from the manta rays biting you, and then safe spot from the big fish. Theoretically.
Say again?
Theoretically, if you started swimming across the middle of the island, you could make it to the shallow tip right here where he couldn't touch you, and then get into the deep end, and then
here's
into
the
the
thing.
shallow end.
I would walk, because I still have my strength right now. I would walk, and as the manta rays got out, grab them and throw them into the fucking deep end so the fish has something to eat.
Yeah. I'd be okay with it.
This is Permadeath, and I'm back. Throwing manta rays, you might have a leverage issue, depending on how deep the water is, but it is completely... That's not a bad idea. It's not...
Throw them into the deep end, let the big fish eat.
I do try to encourage creative solutions, and I like that you guys keep, reaching for various creative solutions. As it is right now, though, you guys have a round or two of safety, and Quinn comes scurrying down
Grabbed all the coconuts.
with 8 coconuts.
What are we gonna do with them?
Well, I want to chop him and try to get a deep natural 20.
It's not going to work that way. But chopping one open, you find that it is, for all intents and purposes, a coconut. As in, it's... You don't really know even what a coconut is, your character, because they're not something that shows up in Skyfell very often.
I don't even know what it is.
The only reason you guys might even vaguely know something about it is because you overheard Wafu talking about these big nuts that they would get off of the frond-covered trees were in the land that he came from. Yeah, let's assume one night Wafu spoke. You should have seen the last play session. Alright, Wafu, what do you want to do? You alright? Good conversation, says Daniel Jeffrey. And poor Defocus was especially tired because he's been working long shifts. because his business is holiday based, and as we move into November, that's Thanksgiving time for Americans, and getting into Halloween time as well. Well, that comes first
Well,
because it's
the focus
October.
could have been
And
telling
I'm
me
silly.
when we went into that place with Alex when we were kind of walking back.
Mm-hmm. Well, hopefully Jeffrey starts sharing some of the information he got most recently at the last play session.
I messaged him. He said, "I'm gonna have to go through my notes because I don't remember Black telling me that
Telling you what?
anything."
Yeah, he knows. He saw stuff. You might contact Defocus too. Maybe Defocus remembers. Plead to Wafu. Please talk. Talk to us. Wafu, tell us. Did you see anything weird that dealt with us? Okay, so moving right along. Oh, I totally forgot. I was actually getting to it, but then I got distracted.
Yeah, that intelligence check, religion.
The coconut contains 20 platinum pieces in addition to coconut white meat. That's, I think, they call the interior. You guys have never had that before. So yeah, there's a bunch of platinum with some coconut milk, which splashes everywhere on the ground when you split the thing open with your sword. And the white meat, which you think might be edible. Herbalism hints that it doesn't smell bad.
Well, wouldn't herbalism be able to tell if it's edible?
Yeah, but since we're doing the whole coconut thing, player knowledge, character knowledge, let's roll
Fair.
it. Go ahead and roll it. Roll your herbalism.
That's what you want to be able to
At
do
a -2 on top of the normal penalty, because, again, this is not a plant that's at all near Skyfo.
I just ran to the bathroom real quick. Vasco would be able to do that for me.
Yeah, I'll allow him to make this roll for you.
Alright, rolling it.
His wisdom's 18. Herbalism's
So
-2. It's intelligence. I'm sorry, it's intelligence based. Always find out the number before you roll.
17.
It was 17.
17, 6, 15, 14, 13. You need 13 or less.
Actually, no, I rolled a 15, but...
You always find out the number before you roll.
Reroll.
13 or
okay,
less.
gotcha. Did not get any better.
Alright, so, as far as you're concerned, they're deadly toxin. You're confident. You're sure of it. This, poison. Look, the white. It's white as bones. Since you guys are spending a full round here, I assume,
Yeah.
you could probably break open a number of other coconuts if you so desired.
Let's continue to do that. As I hoist my bastard sword above me and slice into them one at a time.
Releasing a foul yellowish green cloud of gas. Make a save versus breath weapon as it envelops you. A foul stanky stank. And then make a dex check to avoid the actual liquid that also sprays out.
Okay.
So save versus breath weapon. You'll find that on your character sheet. That number or higher on a d20.
$15 or higher.
Nope.
No. All right. So you find yourself hideously nauseated. -4 on pretty much most of your rolls.
And then the other one was a dex.
Yeah, dex or less.
Nope. Didn't make that one either.
All right, and you're splashed with the goop, which makes basically everything within about 100-foot radius able to smell you very easily until washed off
Right.
with something like strong alcohol, as in stronger than wine.
Zorga.
Ooh, and you have a chance of causing nausea in your companions. It's checked once a turn. Once per 10 minutes to see if you just... Oh, you stink so bad.
You know what? You're walking behind everyone.
Please don't leave me on the island.
How many coconuts are you breaking open? All of them?
We got to. It's gonna have a key. I just know.
The third one, 40 platinum mixed in there. So that's 60 total that you found in coconuts. The one that you just opened, that would be the third one, has another 20. No, the third one was the 40. So fifth one, or fourth one, is another 20.
Oh, total 80.
Yep. Fifth one, oh, you're on a roll. No stank yet. Another 40. Let's just do this. Sixth, seventh, and eighth. Ooh, each one has a 25% chance of being the gassy. Missed it by 1 on this one. Or, I'm sorry, I'm reading left to right, which I shouldn't do. It's just 62. Anyway, pay no attention. Suffice to say, you got 3 more opened without getting gassed. 2 and 3. Giving you another 50 platinum out of each of them.
Damn. 170 plat.
And you guys made fun of me for climbing the tree.
You guys can't help but notice this guy's just circling. You see its shadow every once in a while. It seems to be hanging out close somewhere. I'm going to take him off board for a moment, because you don't know exactly where he is at any given second or moment, but you can try looking for him when the time's relevant. Meanwhile, so the one round of you opening up the coconuts.
Coconuts.
Uh-huh. Now what?
There's another tree.
Actually, because there was so many coconuts, I'm going to say it was 2 rounds. All right, you're going to go to the other tree. This is round 3. Climb it. Strength. Strength or less. On an
You
D20.
climb this one. Dargoth thinks he can climb better. Let Dargoth climb it.
Just what I got it.
And I'm being nice because you guys don't have the climbing proficiency. Normally it's strength minus 10. All right, so you get up there, gather some coconuts, make another strength check. I'll just make you make 2 checks. 1 for coming down.
Cock
That's, yeah, gonna have to re-roll that. Alright, looks like you got it. Climb on down. Guys break coconuts.
There's 5 of them.
1. Where's the 10s? Here's the 10s. So this would be our 10s and our 1s. How many are there? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 2 of them are bombs. Who's going to deal with it?
He climbed it.
You're the one swinging the axe. Or the sword.
So which is it going to be? You both have a legal case here, says the judge. What are you going to do about
the
it?
better save versus breath weapon? Mine is a 15.
Doing it all
Mine's 15 as
tactical.
well.
Oh, screwed. All right,
Then
so...
you
How
do
about
one and
this?
I'll do one.
Yeah, let's split it even 1 and 1.
All right. Save versus breath weapon, Basco. Since you're the coconut progenitor. No. All right. What sprays out is a grayish liquid this time. No scent. But it immediately burns you badly, as it seems to be acidic. 8 points of damage this round. It'll continue to burn until washed off with a sufficient quantity of water.
Jump in the liquid.
I'm gonna have to jump in the water.
That puts you at risk of the fish being in that area. But I understand what you're doing. Meanwhile, Save versus breath weapon, Dargoth. Oh, and he gets it. You knew what was coming.
Seriously. Seriously.
You throw it against the tree to break it. And yes, one of them, powerful acid, comes out. And that was the same round that he got burned, so. It's a new round. Vasco, you're going to take another D10 damage this round. Unless something's done about that.
I gotta jump in the water.
Yeah, I was thinking Twiddle would come sweeping down and chirp out a little heal spell for you. And then you'd want to dive into the water. I'm going to say there's a 30% chance that the fish is close enough to attack you as you jump into the water real quick and then get out in order to rinse the stuff off. So you can roll your own. You can roll your own fate. Here's a couple of dice for you. That's your 10s, and you want to get not under a 30.
Just hit R.
62. So
Yay!
you're able to take a quick dip before the fish catches on, hop out, and that will negate the acid damage for the next 2 rounds. Meanwhile, let's see if I actually have a spell of healing to cast on you. I may not.
No, I don't think so. You used the last one on me.
Well, we did have rememorization. I just can't remember what.
Where's
Twiddle
the
rememorized.
ointment? I'm gonna be having to ointment me.
Wait. I still got some Cure Light Wounds here.
Well, I mean, wouldn't the ointment work to get rid of the smell too?
Mm-mm.
No.
It's not a disease. He just stinks because he's got this nasty oil on him. Here you go. 3 points are covered.
Yay!
Brings him back up to 5.
Go another 2 rounds, maybe.
Nah,
Let's-
he's gonna have to
let-
use ointment.
Let's go the 2 rounds. Dirt, you have 2 rounds of time. What would you like to do with them? And you recover 10, Quinn. 10 more.
2 rounds.
Because I'm casting Cure Light twice on him. Well, 3 times total.
2 rounds. I'll use the other 2 to cast on him.
What are you going to cast over those 2 rounds?
Cure Light Wounds. My
Ah.
other 2 casts.
All right, go for it. They're
13.
1d8 plus 1 each. Okay. That's on you
Alright.
or Quinn or whom?
On Quinn.
All right. 13
13
more
with him.
recovered.
And now I'm almost as healthy as you.
Yep, there it is.
Oh, I don't know how much time this is, but could I have been maybe rejuvenating during that time?
No.
Ah, okay.
Alright. So, I said we go across, and we gotta search the shallow end. We have to. The deep end had nothing.
Yeah, I think, and there's a way. There's kind of a way to do it where we won't get hurt. But I think we have to go together, otherwise the fish will catch on.
We're a little shy on the water breathing magics, Blanny Ride points out.
Say again?
We're a little shy on the water breathing magics, Blanny Ride
Well,
advises.
right.
I think
Planning.
Dargoth is going to do it because he's got swimming, and then we're hoping, I mean, it's going to be in the shallow part, and I'm 6'2", so Like, if it's in the shallow part, I'll be okay. But since I'm going to be super slow, we might have Dargoth locate it, and then we
And then
translocate to
everybody
it.
scramble. I get you. I get you. So Blanny Ride will stay with you. Twiddle will
It'll come with me.
stick with Dargoth. Yes. This round, he's going to go invisible, and he'll be in the air above you when you start going.
Okay.
Remember, the water is only about 6 to 12 feet. It depends on where you are. It's more shallow than deep, so the 12 foot is like the deeper parts.
Right. Alright, here we go. Jumping
Splashing
hard.
into the water and going for it, huh?
Yeah.
All right, roll initiative.
Oh god.
If you win it, you get across with no problem. If you lose it, the fish. That's not an initiative dice. This is an initiative dice. I had 8, you had 3. I got a 10, about the lowest I can get. Oh.
That didn't even rotate. It didn't even rotate in the air. Fuck. I just spun in a circle. It didn't even rotate the die.
All right, give it another roll.
Well, that was me, but yeah.
There. Still not good.
It's still a tie. All right. So, what's your armor class there, Dagoth?
10.
10? Can't get any worse than that. So, 5 or better. Oh, he misses!
Critical fail! Yes!
What? Critical fail?
All right. Thing slams itself into the side of the
The wall,
reef trying to
the
get at you.
At the shelf. Boom. Oh, that felt so good.
Ay, caramba.
Yeah, the tiles are all messed up here.
Visibility here would be about 30-ish. Here, you know what we'll do? We'll just do the whole locking in the air thing. Ta-da! Your shadow shows what thing you're actually occupying, so yeah. All right. So you splash across, the fish doesn't get you. Ooh, that was close. Next time, the fish says, next time.
Oh my god, I can talk!
It's sentient! Pull out my sword!
I can do this!
Alright. And Twiddle, hanging out in the air above you, if he makes a perception check, he might be able to spot any like shapes swimming in the water towards you. But for the most part, it's given that the ray-like creatures, the manta ray-like creatures, have had a chance to dig in and are probably all over underfoot. Who knows? They're smart, so they may have taken steps knowing where you are. Cutting up coconuts, swimming across. Okay, guys are actually somehow making pretty good, efficient use of time. I don't know how that's happening, but it is. Okay. Moving right along, you swim over there, and you don't seem to see anything in your immediate area. So you can see about 30 foot. So we would go 10, 20.
So I know there's nothing here from
out to
the
about
door.
30 there.
I know there's nothing from here to the door because that's kind of what we.
Where was the door? Where is where you guys
Right here.
originally fell in? Oh, there, I can see it. All right. So yes, I would say that you, because you guys were actually kind of moving quickly, but yes, for the most part, you got that covered, which means that's probably covered. You probably saw that. Just to save you a bit of nicking around corners. There you go. Okay. I guess because you, well, yeah. Blah. Done. All right. There's not much room left.
Well, I'm thinking it's right in this corner over here.
All right. So this is a new round. Quinn, you're hanging out on shore over here. As this is a new round, that makes it a whole new turn. You recovered 2 PSPs, Quinn.
Yes.
I knew you'd appreciate that. All right. Blannyride needs to make his nausea check, which is con -2. 13 or less for him, and he made it. Dargoth and Twiddle aren't close enough to be affected by your stank, so they're fine. What are you going to do, Dargoth? What's your plan? Make a swimming check for us.
Good.
Twiddle makes a perception check, -4. 15-ish, huh? I think I got it. No, I didn't. Missed it. Okay. He doesn't see anything interesting as he's patrolling about. I'm going to go 20 feet above you, which will make me harder to hit from anything that's underwater. Well, harder to see, I mean. Okay, meanwhile, you get about there. You're of sufficient altitude, so to speak, to see over the shelf. And the first thing you see is right about here. It seems, caramba, keep hitting circle. Much darker than the rest, as if it's a deep part. A place where the coral falls away. Speaking of the coral, weird stuff you've noticed. It seems almost like it's salt more than coral. Very spiny, irregular. But yet the water around you is fresh. And the stuff doesn't seem to be dissolving. Either way, what are you going to do? This is a brand new round.
And dive.
All right, yes, it appears to go the full length, the full depth. As you're diving, however, you notice that you've got some friends following you down. Or will be following you down, because it'll be a new round. As you get to the shaft going down, coming up out of the sand around you.
You kind of look like manta rays, to be honest.
Yeah, a little bit. So, the beginning of this next round, you got a couple of choices. You're basically still kind of at surface level. You can dive straight down, but you are definitely, I said visibility is about 30 some odd feet-ish, and you can definitely see that this isn't an accidental shaft, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it's man-made.
Yelling out as much as you can that you think you found it. What are you going to do this round? Dive?
I'm thinking that Twiddle is
Twiddle's going to hold his breath and dive. He's going to go straight down into the water like a little arrow and swim to his little, as fast as he can, and hope that you're right and that there's something down there that we can get through.
Yeah, I'm just going to do it.
All right. You guys dive out of sight, and we'll get back to you. So, Quinn, what are you going to do? A round passes. This is the round that they dove down. Anything you want to do this particular round?
The only thing I can think of is maybe search the island a little more in depth for the key. Because we already opened all the coconuts, right?
You did, and I totally forgot to get you any coinage out of the others. I just got you guys hit with the nasty stuff that hit you.
Yeah, that is true.
And that was 2 of the 5, so I'll roll those up now while you're waiting. Where did the other D4 go? It doesn't matter. Copy. Paste. Okay, out of the remaining coconuts, in addition to finding that, yes, they're as poisonous as the other ones, or so you guys think, we'll just round it up. 10 gold. These ones are actually filled with gold.
Ooh, nice.
Platinum's worth more than gold.
Uh-huh.
Oh, no.
Gold's more universal, though. Platinum's like a $5 bill. Gold's like a $1 bill. Copper's like a penny. Silver's like a quarter. Kinda. It's 20 cents. Close enough. And of course, dirt's like, I don't know what any of that is.
What are you talking about? We've had bills.
No, but you guys have different names and different denominations, don't you?
Not really.
We do 1, 5, 10, 25, 50 in coins.
In coins we got 1, well we did have 1, 5, 10, 25, $1, and $2.
Yeah, we got rid of the $2 bill a long time ago. You can still get them.
Oh, we don't have bills.
Oh, as
They're
coins. Oh, okay.
The bills we have 5, 10, 50, and 100.
Mm-hmm. Generally what we got. At least for public use. Alright, so you're swimming straight down. These things are going to try and win the initiative and get some bites on you, which they're probably going to get anyway. Make your swimming check.
Made it.
Alright. Your armor class is 10, right?
Yes, sir.
6 or better for these things. One of them's going to attack Twiddle, because they can actually see him underwater. He looks like a little dragon-shaped bubble.
Bubble.
1 hits. Ooh, 8 points, Dirt.
Full damage.
Oh, the 1 hits Twiddle. It was so close to a critical miss, too. 2 points. Lucked out. Okay, so where were we? Oh, the creature's biting at you as you go swimming down.
Who bit me? 1 miss.
Now, let me grab this guy real quick here. Copy. At the top of the pit, you notice another one. This one's wingspan is almost pushing about 10 feet, double the size of the others around you, and its eyes seem to have a feral red glow coming from them, and its color is substantially darker, pitch black on the top and black on the bottom. Meanwhile, at the bottom of the shaft, you find an airlock.
Lock?
No, it's got the wheel. No, it's got the wheel.
Okay.
It's going to take you this next round to open it up. In that time, these guys will get a chance to attack you. And because it's only 50 feet, he's got enough movement to make it down to the bottom of the shaft. And perhaps get an attack on you. You really don't want this one to hit you. Blindy Ride wonders when Quinn's ready to try and go for it. Because we're basically going to have to appear over there and then just start sinking.
It's not locked and we don't need a key. What is going on? It's a trap. If he's opening it, we can go ahead and let's go ahead and translocate and start dropping down. If it's not locked, we can get in there. Just translocate directly above it and just drop like rocks.
Well, because remember, you're stunned for that whole round, so this could be risky.
Or
I could try a tricky spellcraft and try and get us almost where Dirt is. I have enough range to do that. But if I miss, we could end up in the wrong place by a pretty wide margin, meaning we could maybe appear on the level below us. Or in an arbitrary position around the room somewhere.
Well, I'm tall enough that I wouldn't go underwater or like.
Well, the risk is all the little ray beasts that are starting to accumulate around the shaft. I'm telling you guys, you don't want that vampiric one to touch you.
Oh.
It is an undead.
Translocate won't get us places we can't see.
Mm-hmm. Well, I just have to guess it.
Oh.
But Blindy Ride doesn't have the benefit of grids to look at. He's got to guess it. Based on Dirt going, there's a shaft. I'm going to dive down to see what's down there. And we haven't really heard from him since. We know the room's about 50 feet, so yeah, it's a guess. It's more or less a guess, he says. Educated guess.
Well, I will let you make the guess.
Oh my.
Because I would much rather him make the guess than do the other spell and we end up on the other side of that locked door.
I mean, Black.
Hmm.
You mean other room, the one that is above this one, right?
Now, since we're going on a downward angle, if I miss it, we may appear in the room below us.
But the room below us is the next room we have.
That's true. You are upside down.
Yeah.
Now, trust me, if we end up going through a wall, we'll translocate ourselves into who knows where.
Okay.
Yeah, these walls are teleport proof, generally, so we don't want to be trying to bounce through walls.
Right.
We'll probably end up stunned on the ethereal plane until rescued. That's what happens when it goes wrong, by the way, Blindy Ride says as he grabs your hand and teleports the two of you.
Really hope that he gets that roll.
Ooh, by 1. I needed a 14 or less, so he gets it just barely.
Oh my god.
All right.
Jesus.
And you guys appear completely stunned at the bottom of the shaft right next to Dirt, who just got done opening the door. You're going to have to roll initiative against these manta rays if you all plan to open the door, get through it, close the door before you're attacked.
Yep, let's roll initiative. Let's go.
You'll have a plus. You guys will have a +4. Being underwater will be nice. You got a +6. Add that. Let's see, 6. I'm just going to make the math easy. With all the bonuses and stuff in place, you add 2. I add nothing. Low roll wins. Ready? A 1.
And there's no real reason to do it.
All right. So, as you're opening the door, the rays come in. Twiddle's going to try and cast spell. He's going to use his free movement to intercept the big one and going to cast a spell, but he can't because he's underwater. We're screwed. All right. I forgot to throw, there's others on the map. Enough to where one person each, or one ray each, will bite at you, one normal one, then we'll roll randomly to see who gets to deal with the big one. Quinn, what's your armor class?
6.
Underwater, 4 steps worse, so that'll be a 10. So I need a...
5 or better.
Nah, 7 or better.
Oh.
Misses with a 3. All right,
Yay.
that was a normal one. And then Dargoth, what's your armor class?
10.
So you can't go any worse than 10. So what did I need? 7 or better. Since you're basically the one forcing open the door, it just comes up and starts gnawing on your upper back, and gets a heavy hit on you.
Okay. 2d8.
10. 10 points of damage. That hurt real bad. Meanwhile, Blanny Rye. He's got an armor class of 10, same as you guys, so 7 or better. They hit. Ouch, 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 ouch. 4 points. I can deal with that. Kinda. Yeah, he'll be fine. Alright. Twiddle. His armor class remains 0. Minus, so 4. So they need a 13 or better. Misses with a 2. Alright, now for the big one. How many of there are you?
4. 1 to me.
It doesn't really have any interest in Twiddle for reasons that'll be explained in a moment. So we're going to take him out of the equation.
1 to me. 3, 4 Quinn. 5, 6 Blanny Rye.
I'm going to do 1 to 2 Quinn, 3 to 4 Blanny Ride, 5 to 6 you. Because in theory they're more susceptible to be hit by the thing because they're not as deep in the water and they're between you and the monster because you're unlocking the door.
Right.
So 1 to 2 is Quinn, 3 to 4 Blanny Ride, 5 to 6 is you. Roll a d6, somebody. Blanny Ride. Crappy. Alright. Armor class is 10. Let's see. 6 or better. It's only a little bit better than his brethren. Oh, he misses, thank God. Oh. Yeah, for all intents and purposes, this big one is a vampiric version of its species. It's the head honcho, if you will. And it can drain levels of experience. Yeah. And unlike 5th edition, it's permanent in this edition until you gain them back. Strength check, Dirt.
Come on, Old Faithful. Hey, got a 1.
That's good enough. The door is understandably kind of crusted and whatnot from being underwater 99.9% of the time. You pop it open and find that there's no pressure differential. It's water. You guys all squeeze through. I think I'll force a dex check just to make it final, because you guys have to quickly make your way through this before these things attack again. And you're doing actions that would theoretically take longer than a round. And just make it a generalized. Take the highest dex of the group and roll against that one. Yeah. Dirt doesn't have much in the dex department, I know that.
No.
I got 15.
What does Blanny Ride have?
It's a good question. He's actually pretty good because he's a bit of a performer there.
Yeah.
He's got a dex of 18.
Yeah, so we'll use plenty rides. Oh, we get it.
All right. Easy, no problem as you guys squeeze in, because after all, 2 of your members are extremely small. Closing the hatch behind you. It's a bit difficult for manta rays to maneuver the wheel of the hatch. So they're going to be a little bit perplexed on that. So it looks like you guys maybe have bought yourselves a little bit more time.
Considering the Legionnaires haven't even got in. But
when they do, they probably know where the door is.
yeah.
So they won't spend it didn't actually take you guys that long. A little bit over 15 minutes to find that. It's about right. It's the size of a really large swimming pool. Big ass swimming pool. And you have a good swimmer.
Hey-oh.
It's good that Quinn decided not to get back in the water.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have gotten in the water the first time.
So let us remember, as you just got done reminding me a little bit earlier about how, we may appear in the wrong level, as in like the level you were just on is upside down, in effect. Yeah. So the water was basically like this in orientation to the rest of the world. About halfway up the shaft, as you start coming out of the water, you get a nauseous feeling as everything flips back around for you. So now you're climbing up again, where there's a hatch above. Made of platinum, inscribed with runes. The runes are filled with gold and have a little bit of witch fire dancing across them. Woo! Oh, I know it's not an hour yet, but we'll take just a quick little break here. Actually, it is an hour.
Yep.
2 hour, 3 minute.
Yep.
Perfect little cliffhanger. The last room is above this door, just so you guys know. I'll be right back.
Well, I'm just glad we're out of the water now, so I can actually do stuff.
Yeah, I don't. This rune door is freaking me out. I don't know what to expect, man.
Watch, the black lion's gonna be on the other side, and he's just gonna like wreck our shit.
Don't say that.
Of course he is. He's gonna be right there.
And what would have happened if we didn't jump on those couches?
We would have just got stuck there, probably.
Probably turn into like that skeleton. Mr. Block in there, close the door, jump out because the door's closed on you. Redo the whole dungeon over again. God damn.
Well, if I got stuck in there by myself, I would have just died.
True.
Well, I probably would have survived until you guys got in there, maybe.
Fuckers.
This is Permadeath, and I'm back. You guys back?
Yeah.
Alright, sweet. Alright, so. Yes, you ascertain that gravity has flipped back around. About halfway up the shaft.
Well, technically, we would be climbing up the shaft against the water.
No, actually, you float down until you hit that mark where the water ends, and at that point, there's a nauseating wrench, and from there, you would climb up. As gravity reasserts itself in the normal direction.
There.
So yeah, in effect, without any other buoyancy would take you to the top of the water. Because you would sink in the water until you get about here. And then there's a point where it reverses. So you just basically oscillate back and forth infinitely if you wanted to. Down and up and down and up and down and up. So, what are you guys going to do? There's a creepy hatch this time.
I don't know. I'm not touching it this time. Fuck that. I don't want to get cursed again.
Blanny Ride's an NPC, so don't even think about it. You're lucky enough I almost took the vampire hit for you.
Well, let's try to figure out these runes first. I've got ancient history.
Same.
Well, what do you know? You guys have a little bit of skill in this department, do you?
I got reading and writing.
Oh yeah, let's go back to that religion check. Long time ago? Plus
Yeah.
2 per floor. You've been through 4 floors. That's plus 8. I don't think you can fuck that up. You need 20 or less to figure this out, which I may have already told you, but just to refresh and for the benefit of any audience that may come by, either now or later when it's archived.
I got a 1.
Oh, so yeah, you definitely got it. All of the materials you've seen have been elemental materials. The water, likely the salt of the reef, the fire liquid stuff, whatever that was, all have been made of elemental material imported from the plane itself.
I'm just sad that the earth elemental floor wasn't just rock.
All right. Moving right along. You guys have the creepy door. Try to unlock, try and decipher the runes. Make a check. We'll make it at -6. Just use the best ancient history you guys got.
I've got ancient history, intelligence -1, and then my intelligence is 18.
Blanny
So
Ride has
you're-
an intelligence of 19.
Oh.
I'm a gnome. I can be extremely bright. So he also has ancient history. So with the 3 of us working together, that actually make it only a -3. 16 or less using Blanny Ride as the pivot. You recover 2 PSPs as 10 minutes pass. The runes are merely different depictions of the elements. Mixed in with focus or connection runes. Make a religion check, Dargoth.
Wisdom 18.
With a -2, 16. 16 or less on D20. Got
4.
it. None of the runes appear to be like runes of power, or ones that would be direct harm, because you know that you can do Glyph of Warding. It's a
Yeah.
spell, pre-spell, pretty common one, and it is a commonly used defensive mechanism because it's very easy to make permanent with the addition of a permanency spell, that kind of stuff. So they don't appear, and none of them appear to be active glyphs as far as you can discern.
Okay.
Blandy Ride can't give anything else using his glasses detecting the magic because it is highly enchanted. All he sees is blurred white light, if you will, unable to discern if any of them are harmful.
Assume this is the entrance to the room that controls all 4 floors.
So 10 minutes have passed while you guys discern the runes there. What do you guys wish to do?
I'm gonna go for it and open the door. Open the
All right.
hatch up.
Pop open the hatch. It does open. And nothing horrible happens to you, odd that. There is a featureless room above. Circular.
Like the rest.
Okay, this one I actually have to get to the proper scale, so let me have a quick look-see. Oh crap, I don't have it. As you guys are climbing up into the room, as I said,
God.
featureless. Twiddle's going to flit off a little ways, maintaining, I don't know, about 10 foot. You note that the room is, as I said, featureless. Except for, if I can remember how to play this game, hanging about 10 feet off the floor in the center of the room, totally overblown because I started overdrawing, when all I really need is that. 10 feet, hovering 10 feet off the floor, hanging in the middle of the room, multifaceted gem the size of a large melon. Basically, it'd take like 2 hands to wrap around it. Stark white, opaque, can't see through it. Looks like ivory. Make a save versus spells, everybody.
God.
With a plus, dependent on any defensive adjustment you have for your dexterity.
Huh. What? Nope.
Your dex will have a defense adjustment. It'll be the
Nice.
first number there, if there is a number. Doesn't look like either of you guys got one, do you?
14 or
Dex?
less.
Yeah.
You do, Quinn. -1, so that's a +1. So make a save versus spell with a +1 in your favor. So add +1 to the dice.
So it's that number or less?
That number or more.
Okay.
What do you need there, Dirt? as you miserably fail it.
Yup. 14.
Ah, looks like both you guys failed it.
We both died. The end.
No, you do find yourselves dazzled and semi-blinded, so if you were to get into combat, it would definitely affect you. For the next 1 to 4 rounds, go ahead and roll a d4.
2 rounds.
Gotta make a quick roll here. Let's hope it doesn't go all wrong. Alright, so I think it's going to go partially wrong. This entire sector here, if you will, this pie wedge that Twiddle's in, is illuminated by a beam coming from the floating gem. Bright white, bright enough to cause that dazzling blindness that basically just hit you guys. Like I said, you're partially blind. Get dazzled again, you'll be full blind. Not permanent, just for a number of rounds. Right now you can still make out shapes, objects. It's just seen through a white fog and haze because your eyes are dazzled. Moving right along. Twiddle is hit by the beam. Needs to make a save for spells. -4. Actually, let me double check that. Oddly enough, it's based on your alignment. -4. Ooh. 15 or better. Alright. Well, in horror, you guys watch as the beam illuminates. As it washes over the small dragon, he gives out an alarmed tweet as you kind of see almost his spirit pushed out of his body and then drawn into the gem as his body falls to the ground and crumbles to corruption immediately. It's a new round. What are you going to do? You are on a timer. 60 seconds.
Alright, I'm just gonna run up and hit the gem. Try to grab it.
Okay. That'll kind of pause your timer. That'll take you 20 seconds of this round, basically, to make that run over there. And it's 10 feet above the ground. You're going to have to make a jumping check, which is typically a strength check. 10 feet's not that far. You're 6 foot tall. So,
Yeah.
just strength. No penalties, even though you don't officially have the proficiency. Strength or less, by the way.
Strength or less?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
And you can re-roll that if you want, because you didn't know the number. Always wait and announce the number,
yeah.
if nothing else, for the benefit of the viewers.
17 or less.
Alright, going for it. 17 or less, you got it, definitely. So, jumping up, you notice that there seems to be about maybe a foot off of the gem, some kind of invisible barrier. Like a globe.
Oh god. protection orb for the spell. Do I have? Nope.
All right, new round. The gem emits another beam of light. Right next to you, Dirt, as it lights up this area. Knowing that it's coming, you guys get an additional plus on the save. So make a save versus spell at +4. You got to get that number or higher. Add 4 to the dice.
So 14 or higher.
Yes. Dirt, you've gone full blind. Pretty much all of your actions will be at a minus, any ones that you attempt. Looks like Quinn, with the plus, you made it. So you remain partially blind from being bedazzled. This round, Blind Ride's going to try to dispel magic against the round that it just fired.
Yep.
Because it's a new round, so yeah, I'm going to take advantage of that round. I'm going to try to dispel magic. I basically need 20. It's powerful magic. Let's see. No, wait a minute. I'm powerful wizard too. No, it's 20. Oh!
What?
Boom! It killed my friend. In impassioned spellcasting, you see the globe momentarily appear, Quinn, and disappears. You don't see a damn thing, Dirt. And Quinn, 10, 9, 8, 7,
I
6,
think his mic is muted.
5,
I'm with
4. Quinn, got anything to declare? Did your mic explode?
Yeah, he hasn't been saying anything since we got into the room.
I just assumed he was shocked into horrified silence. It says he's broadcasting on. Now he's not broadcasting.
Um,
Can you hear me now?
There it
Yeah.
is. Declaration.
I did. I got all upset and was like touching my headphones.
All right.
So wait, you said that when he hit dispel magic, the beam just straight up disappeared.
Yeah, I actually got the 20. It's right there on the dice, right above Twiddle. Oh, Twiddle.
So there's nothing. So there's nothing in there at all. But you did a countdown.
Yeah, for your
your
it's going to
action.
fire off here in 2 seconds. So what's your
Grab it
action
off,
for this
grab
round?
it, grab it, grab it.
I'm gonna grab it.
All right. Make a strength check. Just strength or less. Jump up there. Get high enough to grab it. You also got to kind of keep a hand on it because there is a bit of a kind of a suspender field on it, if you will.
I
Oh,
made
with
it.
flying colors. You go running up Dirt's back. I got it!
That's exactly how that
Slides
happened
into
too.
it, takes it off the gravital field.
You drag it off of its pedestal, and immediately the tower begins to crumble. It's that quick. The second you land on the ground below you is already beginning to crack.
Hella yes. I hate this tower.
For the briefest of moments, you guys see him again.
Twiddle.
Now, do you remember in the vault when all this started?
Yeah, the mystery guy.
Nah, I honestly don't remember that guy.
That's why you guys should take notes.
It's been so long.
You see a fleeting image of that same individual. And as that happens, your inevitable deaths as the tower collapsed around your ears is abated. Make a constitution check as you make a very violent transition from one place to another. In more than one way.
That number or lower, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so my constitution is 16 or lower.
Yes. Yes.
I got it.
All right.
The blind man
Having
got it.
made that check, had you been able to see around you, you'd see basically as you're falling with the rest of the tower amidst debris and flame and steam and water, as all that shit intermixes almost over the course of just a couple of rounds, a couple of minutes, it just fades away. Like bad imagery around you. And Quinn, Constitution check, please. It's Constitution or less. Twiddle got it.
Made it.
Twiddle, yeah. I'm sorry, Blanny Ride. Twiddle. Blanny Ride made it. No, he didn't. Yes, he did. No, he didn't. So he's going to take a little bit of damage from that transition. Like I said, it's pretty violent wrenching. I don't think it's going to be anything life-threatening, but it's going to be bad. Okay. Not life-threatening, but after the transition, he's not doing so hot. Quinn, you made it?
Yep.
And you guys find yourselves sitting atop the ruined tower in the center of the courtyard with the old ruined wrecked walls around you. Snow, cold, foggy.
And 50 Malar cultists.
And you're clutching a opaque white gem the size of a melon. As you look at it, a vast wash of whitish blue energy comes off of it, like a rain washing across the land. As far as you can see and beyond your scope of sight, you see it disappear on the far horizon, the light let off by this. Dirt, Blanny
Yes.
Ride, and you, Basco, all your shit recharges. All your spells flood back into your mind. All the power of Gerdek refloods back into you, as if the day was new and fresh. And Basco, your psionics, your psychic abilities, are refreshed and empowered as this wave of energy washes across the world.
Wait, does this mean I lost the curse?
Every character will feel that wash of energy that just came off of that thing. Everything in the world has changed as of this second.
Does that mean I lost the curse?
No.
Got my hopes up.
And when we pick up again, you guys are sitting out in a frigid wasteland.
It's gonna be funny if, like,
2 weeks from everywhere.
us coming back is what activated the Leviathan.
That's already been active.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Okay, here you go. Quinn, you have some visions as well as this wash of energy overtakes the land. Momentary flush of All kinds of energy was mixed in with that. Vision 1. You see old, withered hands. Bent figures shuffling through darkened hallways. When the energy washes over them, they all seem to look in one direction, and you get this feeling that it's towards you. The robes and cloaks hide the thing's full figures, but where one would normally expect a face, you see tentacles hanging out of the hood, like those on an octopus. Each of the figures looks like that. Vision number 2. It looks like a room. Like a room that you would see at any roadside tavern or inn. Simple enough. In this room, there's a tall crate with a green light coming between the cracks in the wood. That's it. That's all I got for you.
So the first vision is old withered hands.
You got a sense of
And
great
bent figures?
age. Yeah, bent with age. Old things. Where their faces would be, you only saw darkness and tentacles. So there it is. We'll probably close up the stream at this point, because that definitely would be the end of the episode as we leave our heroes, having gotten through the tower, sitting on top
Did
of a
Twiddle
heap
come
of
back with
rubble.
us?
No, and that will definitely have to be discussed on the next episode. Blanny Ride is not at all pleased, nor happy, and is wondering what has happened.
Twiddle's in the stone.
Certain there's a lot of questions to be asked and places to go. Like I said, you guys presently are 2 weeks from everywhere.
Yeah. 2 weeks from everywhere, and I got nothing.
Yeah, and there it is. So I'm going to go ahead and close up the stream by saying, as I always do, that until next time, this is Permadeath Extraordinaire. Loving y'all.